Hi everyone, and welcome back to this month's edition of Map Mavin Methods. In this edition, we're actually going to take a little bit of a tangent here and switch over to our other service that we run here at Apollo Mapping, which many of you may already be familiar with, and that's Image Hunter. Image Hunter is our satellite imagery search engine, and it allows you to find satellite imagery over a given area and hopefully for your needs through a wide variety of satellites being available and in different resolutions and price points. But we're not going to go too deep into that side of the business. What we are going to look at is how you can use Image Hunter for some, I'll call them hacks, that can be translated directly into Map Maven. So one of the easiest things and most useful things that you can use Image Hunter for is manipulating a polygon or creating one. Now, normally you would be doing this with something like an ArcGIS or QGIS or maybe more simply Google Earth. But if you're just on the fly, so you could even be in an internet cafe or in a rush and you don't need something complex, we do have a simple tool here in Image Hunter that will allow you to do that. So I'm going to show you that real quick. So let's go ahead and we'll zoom in to the eastern United States. Let's say I'm looking at Baltimore, and I just need a simple polygon in Baltimore. It doesn't need to be particularly detailed. I could go ahead and make one around Baltimore, and forgive me, I'm not trying to make this too pretty here. And you'll see that search results will eventually pop up on the side here. But what we're actually doing is creating a polygon that can be downloaded. So if you were to click Save Polygon, you could say Baltimore Metro, and I'm going to throw in the actual size of the polygon as well, which is displayed down here, 458 square kilometers, and I'm going to download it as a shape. And this is very useful because otherwise you'd need to go into Arc or another program to get that polygon into a shape format, and it would probably take you a little bit longer, especially if you're not familiar with those services. So you click download, and that'll download, and I could take that and put it straight into Map Mavin. Likewise, I could do the same thing, and actually this time let's go ahead and use the rectangle section. So let's say I'm just going to go over this area south of Baltimore Brooklyn Park, and I'll just make a rectangle selection over that little area. You also notice on the cursor the area of the AOI that you're creating is reflected as you drag. So if you already have a particular square kilometer number in mind, like I only want it to be say 12 square kilometers, then you can drag until you get to that. Same thing here, you could download that, and in this case I'll download it as a KMZ, which is a Google Earth format, and that will load perfectly into Google Earth and also into Map Maven. So we'll say Brooklyn Park area 11 square kilometers KMZ, and that will also download. And finally, one of my favorite little hacks, I do this every day, and you're more than welcome to do so, is to upload a file in one format. So we'll see we have this area of interest in KMZ format. It looks like it's over Manzanillo. And you're thinking, you know what, actually I really need a shape. There are ways to do this in a QGIS or ArcGIS, but if you don't have those at your disposal or you're not sure how to use them, you could simply upload the file in KMZ format and then download it as a shape, or vice versa. So it's a really quick way to switch between file formats, and all of these are going to integrate straight into Map Maven if you were to upload them there. And then lastly, and most obviously, if you were wanting to actually buy satellite imagery, so let's find something over this area. And again, this obviously isn't a perfect image, but this is just for the sake of a demonstration. You could say, oh, I really need satellite imagery of this particular area, and this is what our customers on our imagery side are normally doing. And you could then submit that quote, get a quote on the pricing, and we could guide you on our imagery side of our business through what you might need. But ultimately, when you buy it, it would be coming to you in a GeoTIFF format, and that image you've purchased will go straight into Map Maven. So between our two products, there's a lot of room for back and forth and mutual compatibility, and those are simple yet really helpful tricks for getting around sometimes more time-consuming methods of changing a polygon or changing a file format. So that's it for this month. And again, as always, if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me at Fletcher@apollomapping.com.